Hi there. Welcome to Apple World Blueface. You will go to prison, brother. For being a liberated person right now. Value the time you got right now on the grounds that you're not going to wander the world like you assumed you would have been meandering the world, and I'm squeezing charges. I needn't bother with no cash or kid support except for the squeezing charges. Brother. So it looks like Blueface very well could be en route to the pokey since he just got condemned to 2 to 5 years for attempted murder. Blueface was captured last year for taking shots at a man, and presently he is going to pay for his violations, and Listen Shan is making it more than understood that she doesn't feel frustrated about him, since she is playing him on the web saying that karma did his huge one on Blueface, and if you all believed that this present circumstance was awful well, it just got absolutely untidy, not looking excessively really great for Blueface yet. It's solid for Blueface is sentenced to 2 or more years in jail. For brushing a manhand during a shooting beyond Las Vegas strip club back in October 2022. You all recollect what is going on, so it seems to be your fella Blueface has truly landed himself. In some water this time he's gnawed off much too much, and this isn't your typical show of irritating Sean or on the other hand causing show via virtual entertainment with the clash of the child mothers. Blueface has forever been a remarkable miscreant, however this time he is in some serious prison time. Convenience currently Blueface is no more abnormal to lawful issues. He and Cran have been in binds a bigger number of times than we can count for their public trickeries, bringing about upsetting the harmony charges and everything except this time it's something else entirely a ballgame since he purportedly shot someone in Las Vegas a short time back. Okay, so blast the story began back in November when he got captured in Las Vegas for endeavored murder, and let me let y'all know it was somewhat a FA stunner. We as a whole knew Blueface had a wild side. Yet there's a significant improvement between being an irksome child daddy and causing untidy show via virtual entertainment and really endeavoring to end somebody's life. TMZ let the cat out of the bag on this one, saying that the episode truly went down a couple of months before his capture. There was a functioning warrant out for his capture in Nevada. Presently, it's somewhat of a secret whether Blueface had close to zero familiarity with that warrant or whether he simply didn't mind since he and Cran chose to go on an outing to Las Vegas, where he got a remarkable shock visit from the Popo. Now TMZ even posted a video of the entire capture appearing Blueface getting depended on a few secret officials while he and were simply chilling external a Waffle House in Transgression City. They got Blueface over here, brother, and Tran. They looting them now the way that the police weren't in that frame of mind, as well as them not recognizing that themselves or requesting that he give up, recommended that the case was very serious. I mean, they didn't do the entire "you reserve the privilege to stay quiet and shut up" sort of thing, Miranda freedoms, just before they even bounced him. At the time we didn't actually precisely realize what was happening, and we thought it was simply one more untidy circumstance among him and Gran in light of the fact that we should be genuine. Where are those two ever not being untidy? However, at that point TMZ let the cat out of the bag that he had really attempted to shoot a man in a club due to a terrible joke that he misinterpreted by TMZ. Blueface and his group were at Euphoric Man of Honors Club in Vegas on October 8th, and the supposed casualty evidently made a kid about the rapper chatting for certain females in a modest vehicle. Cops say the joke set off individuals from Blueface's team, who supposedly hit the man on various occasions. Authoritative records say that the man then, at that point, endeavored to leave in his truck. The tow police Blueface's group could have thought he was going for a firearm, prompting Blueface purportedly discharging shots at the man's truck as he escaped. You all for what reason did this? And begin once again an innocuous kid about Blueface claiming a modest vehicle, which genuinely swollen his inner self. You see, Blueface is no more odd to having a colossal inner self that is much of the time the purpose for his tricks, so on the grounds that his pride endured somewhat shot about his little whack vehicle, he had his team beat up the person who made the joke. When the person attempted to make a run for it to get away from the Blueface, and his group pursued him frantic to move away from the turmoil, the person ran to his vehicle expecting to put a few distance among them, and that is when things took a dim go. As per one of Blueface's colleagues, they guarantee to have seen the person take out a firearm, and accordingly Blueface threatened to use his very own weapon and shot at the man. Any reasonable person would agree that which began as a straightforward joke wound up spiraling into an out-and-out calamity. Fortunately, the man figured out how to move away with practically no significant wounds, except for there were different slug blemishes on his truck, and the Man endured what gave off an impression of being a shot brush twisted on his left hand, so the man got hit, yet fortunately, it was anything but an intense injury, and that is the reason he was accused of endeavored murder and not something more serious in any case. After he got hopped in Vegas, TMZ revealed that his charges included crime endeavored murder with the utilization of a fire protective layer tear hole, as well as an extra charge for releasing it into a house building vehicle or specialty. His ringer was set for $50,000, which Chrisean paid, and he was delivered that very day. Chrisean was with him at the time, and this was before things turned out to be extremely harmful for themselves. And she tweeted, "Goodness, why they moved to remove you from me," and she additionally posted this video and subtitled it, "Daddy, this was 3 hours before they took you from me. Call me large father, listen," not her continuing endlessly as he done passed away, or something he was in a real sense just gone for several hours. However, at that point, this was back when she was still vigorously fixated on him. So I get it sort of checks out yet, as you all know what is happening between them has deteriorated among then, at that point. And presently, in light of the fact that they've hauled each other for fail so many times via online entertainment, he likewise posted an image of the child's privates. They're actually trapped in that show, so we should simply say that Chrisean has no pity for him right currently, despite the fact that he just got condemned for endeavored murder accusations. He at last went to court several days prior to bite the bullet of these charges, and the appointed authority provided him with a sentence of any place between 2 to 5 years anyway. A suspended sentence, and what means is that it fills in as a lawful game plan in which an individual who has been viewed as at real fault for a wrongdoing isn't yet condemned to jail anyway. The denounced will be requested to serve the suspended sentence, assuming the individual in question perpetrates one more other wrongdoing during a predefined period, or breaks the adjudicator's command. So this means despite the fact that Blueface won't jail currently, there's as yet an extremely high possibility that he may be going to jail in the event that he doesn't adhere to the principles and guidelines that the appointed authority set down for him. And for this situation, very much we should simply say that the likelihood of Blueface figuring out how to adhere to the standards of 2 months is practically nothing, as indicated by court records. The appointed authority said he shouldn't be visible around anybody with the gun. The adjudicator judge expressed the rapper is playing with his freedom, assuming that he encircles himself with as likewise not permitted to go to any strip clubs in the Midtown Las Vegas region. The adjudicator then, at that point, proceeded to say he must be in those areas, assuming he has work applications or any genuine premise to be there, not as a diversion. Blueface is disallowed from collaborating with the casualty of the or his family. He should avoid drinking and smoking during the degree of his probation too. Blueface likewise put out his very own announcement through his legal counselor, saying today Mr. Watchman was condemned to probation not to surpass 3 years, and he can procure it decrease to a ridiculous wrongdoing accusation upon effective fruition of his probation. He is at last anticipating returning to zeroing in on his music profession and pushing ahead with his life. However, the thing is, we as a whole know Blueface and the likelihood that Blueface surprisingly will figure out how to avoid inconvenience for even a half year is probably nothing. I mean, this is the same Blueface who gets in a wide range of battles, right? He, in a real sense, shot a person for calling his vehicle modest, and presently he risks going to jail on the off chance that he's even spotted drinking liquor. So we should simply say that individuals don't precisely have high expectations for him in figuring out how to avoid inconvenience for an entire 3 years, and you all need to realize who not worrying about the way that Blueface may be possibly going to jail. Chrisean, that is who, as per insiders, Shan isn't annoyed in that frame of mind about her child daddy going to prison, since she imagines that he merits that and more. He has put her through so much since she got pregnant. What's more, has weaponized their child to make her look terrible, and she is wary of the BS. It's not the slightest bit astounding to believe that Shan would comedian him for going to jail, since it's just been 2 or 3 days since she took steps to send him to jail herself for posting unseemly photos of her child Blue.